Greetings, geeks. Welcome to episode 864 of Geeks in Space. I'm still Rob Commander Taco Malda, and I am still joined by Chris Devona.
Hey.
And Rob Roseboom.
Hello.
Gentlemen, we're not on election eve, but we're 1 week out. Did you guys absentee
Literally
ballot?
1 week out.
Did you absentee ballot, or you got to go down?
Oh, totally absentee. Yeah, no, I already dropped it off like a week ago. So
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna go get my sticker.
yeah,
No,
I have a sticker. They give you the sticker. You know, it's not about the sticker, man.
I can just get stickers.
Yeah, you can print your own sticker even. You know,
Need to stand in line.
you could be a sovereign voter. You know,
It's like birthday cake. You know, did you know that you can just go to the store and buy a birthday cake? They don't check you for ID or anything. They don't check if it's your birthday. You can just have stickers.
yeah,
It's not just about doing good deeds and being rewarded for them.
yeah.
I get to go. I like going, so I'm going to do that. And it's not like I have a busy schedule. The only thing I have on my schedule for next week would be if we choose to record Geeks in Space next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, the first thing that we have on our list is a giant armadillo fossil that they dug up in Argentina. And
What
I
did you
shared
call
that.
it, son?
I shared that.
It's a
for Rob.
glyptodon. That's the name of
Glyptodon.
the ancient kind of armadillo that was.
I love the pattern.
They're huge.
It's
shell.
neat.
Yeah.
As you see, they're huge.
Yes.
They had a big spiky ball on their tail, too.
I mean, how do we know how big the person next to it is? Maybe that's like a very small person,
Or a
and they're not
huge
so big.
person.
Or maybe it's a giant.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Yao Ming.
It's Yao Ming. Yeah. Was this found in China? No, Argentina.
No,
So
it's-
who's a famous Argentinian?
Well, Yao Ming is a famous archaeologist. He's known for that. That's like what he does during the off season.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know that I know any famous Argentinians.
Well, Che Guevara.
I mean, Pele was Brazilian, right?
Yeah, he was Brazilian.
I don't really know.
Eva Perón. That's not Eva Perón.
No.
I mean, I guess it might be. We can't see.
I
the
mean,
face.
her fossils look completely different.
Yeah. They're not even
Don't
armadillos.
dig for me, Yao Minga.
All right, then. The next one that I have on the list is apparently an old one that, because Kat was saying that this is not that weird, but this lady was taking selfies, as you do, in front of the propeller of an airplane, which was
You know what's
spinning.
weird? While I was looking for stories this morning, I came across this one.
Yeah. And you were like, no.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I don't know.
I just,
Well, I don't know what's more surprising, that it happened or that it happened again. You know, it's like how many times is this going to happen? You
well,
know?
that was what Kat was saying. She was just like, well, do you know how many people fall off like mountain faces or like valley gorges and stuff taking selfies? And it's like, it's a lot. It's kind of disturbing.
That's awful. Can you
but-
imagine, like, hey, everyone get together. I'm going to take a you know, like, it's awful.
I gotta tell you, I get nervous near like, okay, props for boats.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Right.
Like when so okay, let's say we're on the fishing boat and you need to pee and you got to pee off the back of the boat. I'm nervous that prop is down there in the water and off, and I'm like on a boat and 5 feet away from it. Yeah. I don't know that you could get me to stand within 10, 20 feet of a spinning airplane propeller.
I mean, yes.
I guess you got to get those subs and likes.
Influencer marketing has gotten out of hand.
It's really crazy. Things got hardcore.
Wow. Was she a I can't do it.
You can't do it.
Was she a skydiving influencer? I mean, what was going on here?
It's not good.
She was so dedicated to her art as being a skydiving influencer that she went out the way she wanted to. It's like, yeah.
Magnum says he almost murdered people trying to take a picture of them. So I can't wait to see what's coming out of that. ...
Yeah, right. I mean, was he looking at them through a shotgun scope? You know?
Ouch.
Well, it had a camera built in, so I figured it was easier just to use that, and then I just hit the wrong trigger. You know how it goes.
It would work. Maybe he just wanted to murder the people. Here he says. He said, "Okay, take a step back." Oh no.
We were on a cliff, and they asked me to take their picture, and I jokingly said, "Okay, take a step back," and they started to do it.
Oh no.
Boy.
Good job, Ambaloo voted.
Yeah.
Wow. In Georgia, a fellow swing stater.
A swinger?
No, a swing stater.
Oh, swing stater. Because you guys are in Michigan, right?
Yeah, we're in Michigan. So
the swingiest of states.
My phone is now ringing so many times.
Beeping is?
I'm getting text. There's an organization called Can't Stop, Won't Stop. And I am getting texted and emailed by them like many times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Magnum yells stop. And so he technically saved those. Magnum, you're a hero.
Maybe Magnum's part of Can't Stop, Won't Stop, except in front of Cliffs.
Then they should stop.
Yeah. Or maybe whenever Cliff shows up, our friend Cliff, he has to say, no, stop.
No, stop.
To Cliff. I wonder what the rules are.
There's a lot of rules with Cliff, but you have to ask him because he has many advanced degrees. He's the only one who knows the rules.
But you know who didn't say stop? Whoever said, let's put the charging port on the bottom of our mouse.
Ooh, you transitioned.
At the Apples.
Apple updated the iMacs yesterday, and as part of that, they updated a bunch of the peripherals. They replaced Lightning ports with USB-C, but they did not remove the charging port from the bottom of the mouse. The much mocked design. Now, I had one of those mice, and it was an okay mouse as far as mice go. But
honestly, I get carpal tunnel even looking at the damn thing. It's so freaking small.
You just don't like mice?
No, I don't like that mouse. It's a crappy form factor. I use a massive Logitech thing. It's like for my massive paws.
I have just a regular Logitech. But I will say I bought this mouse because it has a USB-C charging port. The last one that I had I bought the exact same mouse. The old one had like a micro USB charging port, so I had to keep that's a Hulk. I had to keep I think I might have had that mouse. Good. It's a good mouse. I gave it to my kids.
If I wanted to use that Apple monstrosity, I'd have to get like hand reduction surgery or whatever people do when they buy an Apple,
So for my Mac, I actually I have a trackpad, and so
I'm too old for trackpads.
I love trackpads for mice.
I carry a mouse with me when I travel. I can't stand them.
I'm firmly in Chris's camp. I hate trackpads.
My problem was that for so many years I used a MacBook, and just got used to using the trackpad on a Mac, and I have a cognitive dissonance when I try to use a mouse on a Mac. I have to use a trackpad on my Mac. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
Anyway, USB ports still on the bottom. Definitely a good idea. Nobody complains. Nobody's making fun of that. Not even a little bit. I am kind of hoping that they update the Mac Mini, because I use a Mac Mini on my desk.
Said no one ever.
No, says me.
Just kidding. The Mini is actually quite popular. Yeah.
Well, they're really cheap. I got it for like $400 or something, and it runs. It just runs Safari. Just runs a web browser and Home Assistant, like the front end. You want to say Home Assistant, Chris?
No.
Okay.
But thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Next on the list, the Vatican has announced a mascot. Guys, I didn't know the Vatican needed a mascot.
I didn't either. I thought they would have just, God would have just given them a mascot.
Isn't Jesus the mascot?
Isn't a lamb
sacrilegious to say that?
Isn't a lamb like the mascot?
The Lamb of God. I mean, it's
way back in the day, it would be a fish.
I thought the mascot was just the lowercase t.
Oh, yeah. I think you're misunderstanding what that is.
Oh, the lowercase t? The ones that people, they always wear on their jewelries.
I mean, the OG symbol, of course, was the fish before we decided that torture was way cooler than feeding people.
Didn't the fish kind of get usurped by those woke Darwinists who are all like, that fish is about evolution now? And that doesn't work.
No, they got rid of the fish way before that.
Oh, all right.
What's going on with her eyes? Is that an anime thing that I don't know about, or does she have 2 eyeballs?
No, that's the power of God right there.
Oh, it's the power of God.
I thought she was sponsored by Shell Oil.
And she's got, is that Noah's Ark on the jacket?
Oh,
is this implying the flood?
No, that looks like
that's the hill.
That's the hill of like Gethsemane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. I was reading too much into the raincoat, you know?
But she does, her boots are covered in gore. So there's that.
They're not feet of clay.
Yep.
No,
nope. Those are for
she's got a
stomping on
shepherd's crook, I
infidels.
guess.
Yeah, she's been tromping through sinners with her stomping boots on.
Can you imagine the meetings that have to happen for like the Vatican to declare a mascot? Like they had many meetings about this.
Like how'd they come up with the blue hair? You know, like is that for all the old blue-haired ladies that still go to church?
You know how many different proofs they must have looked at with marketing people.
All of
and
them.
just the meetings. I just wanted to sit. I would have loved to sit in one of these and just listen to the pitch.
Can you make the rosary beads a little bigger?
Like the whole Mad Men-esque meeting. Let's talk about loose. You know.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, they found another Mayan city. This was one of yours, Rob?
Yeah. Well, they find those cities all the time using LiDAR and stuff. This one is just interesting because it was just a PhD student.
Whoopsie doodle.
Yep.
Here's a rendering of what it might have looked like if you're not stoned when rendering. Yeah.
Right.
It looks like
it wasn't covered in 400 feet of jungle debris.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine.
Using LiDAR, a type of laser survey that maps structures buried under vegetation. That's not actually what it is, but okay.
You wouldn't want to use LiDAR, right? You'd want to use
it doesn't penetrate the vegetation.
You'd want to use radar.
I think this is just their way of saying, we use Google Maps, and it kind of looked like the shape of it. LiDAR, sure. Yeah.
It's GIDAR for Google Dar. Gamapdar? Gudar?
Gouda. No, it's Maya City Dar, whatever you call these temples. Right?
They haven't discovered any Mayan temples in Europe, Magnum, and that is not for lack of trying. They keep looking.
Yeah, right.
They should look in different places.
Well, they have found backup Stonehenge a couple times, right? I mean,
yeah. I got a Stonehenge in my backyard. If they should come and investigate
There's
it.
Carhenge in Utah.
Carhenge, yeah. That's good.
They found it with LiDAR.
Really big LiDAR.
Just street view.
It's street view.
We had some scientists doing a survey of my backyard, like you do.
Yeah.
And
I love the pictures there. Audience. There are no pictures of the city, but it had pyramidic temples similar to this one in nearby Calamacamal.
It probably looked like this, kinda.
Yeah. Imagine this, but slightly south.
Oh, that makes sense.
We don't know if the Mayans had branding yet, but they probably
did.
Yeah. And
but did they have
they probably had a mascot.
Did they have an anime girl mascot?
That was a lot like Loose, Yeah.
This temple brought to you by Quetzalcoatl.
Yep.
Quetzalcoatl. Start your day right.
What's the name of the sport where they throw the ball through the circle?
Where they do what?
I don't remember the name of the
Mayan
sport
where they throw the ball through the sideways circle.
I think that's what was that?
That's like circle ball.
Circle ball. All right.
But there'd be a Q and an X in it because it's
Oh, pyramid. It's called pyramid, right?
Oh, all right.
That's Battlestar Galactica.
That's a different thing entirely.
God, what was the?
Well, I'm just saying they could have
the one in the movie with
Rollerball.
Casper Dean, not Rollerball. Not Battlefield Earth, but
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers. They had a stupid pyramid-like game.
It was kind of football though.
It was football pyramid.
Football mid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not as cool as Rollerball. Rollerball has motorcycles.
Yeah, I don't know.
The new Rollerball they did was very silly. It starts with like someone luging down like steep streets.
I watched that because
it ends up in like Eastern Europe.
It was a How Did This Get Made movie. It's a bad one.
So
it's a
have you
bad
seen?
one.
Have
But
you
it's like
seen?
epically bad.
I know you like Rollerball. Have you seen? I think it's called Roller Babies.
Yes.
Oh, Solar Babies or
Solar Babies.
Solar
That's
Babies.
what it,
Yeah. No, I
Produced
saw
by
Solar
Mel
Babies when
Brooks.
it came out on Cinemax in the 80s or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mel Brooks. You gave us Spaceballs and Solar Babies.
Wait, Mel Brooks worked on
He
Solar
produced
Babies?
it.
I don't think so.
Yes, he
No.
did produce
Jamie
it.
Gertz, man.
Did he?
Yeah.
I kind of would watch anything with Jamie Gertz in it.
It was his studio.
Wow.
There's interviews with him. He's talking about how they spent so much money on it, and he's like, they lost all of it. And he's like, thank God that we made Spaceballs, because that made back the money we lost on Solar Babies.
Right, but
Yeah.
he didn't
He
direct.
didn't direct
Solar
it. He
Babies
produced
or
it.
anything. It's just the studio, right?
Yeah.
So okay.
I mean, but it was his studio though. Like, not like, it's not like Paramount or whatever. It was whatever Mel Brooks
Sure.
company was.
Anders was a pyramid player. Remember?
Triad.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Triad was the Battlestar ball game.
Oh, it was Triad. Right.
Yeah.
Pyramid was the card game.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like Sabak, but with less C's. Thicker, yeah. Well, the last one that I had on the list is NASA. There's a story about the Orion heat shield. Apparently, it doesn't work as well as they are letting on, and they're not talking about it. And
whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, and we're not exactly sure why.
Is Orion the Starliner?
That was
which
the Artemis one that looped around the moon.
Ah, okay.
So we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with that. Is it made by Boeing? Because if it's made by Boeing, then they're doomed.
They ain't going.
No bow. It's a no bow. That was all I had on the list. Does anybody else have anything that they want to get off their chests? I saw a terrible movie. Well, an awesome movie. So it's called Coffee Table.
Oh.
And I don't want to spoil it because I actually kind of think you should watch Coffee Table.
Okay.
But it's a Spanish movie. It's short. It's like an hour and a half. It's a Spanish movie. It opens up with like a couple arguing about if they're going to buy a really, really hideously ugly coffee table.
But it's haunted.
It's like gaudy. It's like gold and has like a big glass sheet on top of it. It's really tacky looking, and she thinks it's ugly.
But it's haunted. It's haunted, right?
It's not. There's no supernatural in this movie.
Okay.
But it's super fucked up. And it's like I knew that something bad happens in it, but I didn't know how bad, and I didn't know like the tone of the movie. Because the tone of the movie is it's all about like something horrible happens and a bunch of people don't really know, and like it's really worth watching, but it's messed up. And it's really dark and it's really funny and really uncomfortable. And I kind of recommend it.
It's no pyramid game though.
It's no pyramid, no triad. I also watched Woman of the Hour, which is the new Anna Kendrick one where she goes on the game show with a serial killer. That's not very good.
I checked that out too.
That wasn't very good.
It was all right. I'm not exactly sure what the point of it is.
It had too many. It had too many plots.
Yeah.
Because they had like her plot line, and then there was like a woman.
Well, the whole point is that it's a serial killer who's on this game show.
Yeah.
And he gets caught not through the game show.
Right. And that's
so
kind of
it doesn't really
the
have anything to do with her whatsoever. It's like she was one of the people who survived, and then not related to this at all. He is eventually caught.
Right.
Because he makes a stupid mistake.
There's like 4 different girls that and like
weird movie.
Yeah, there's like 4 different girl storylines, and Anna Kendrick's storyline is the one that gets most of the runtime, but like doesn't actually impact his story at all. It's just for character development. It's just kind of weird. Like if you were to write that movie, because it's based on a true story, but if you were to write that movie, you'd like combine like 2 of the women to make it like into like a more compelling story.
And her section would be like a 5-minute aside about how he also did this while he was on this murderous rampage.
Or the woman who ultimately escapes and they capture him, you'd make that be Anna Kendrick. Like if you were writing it and you weren't trying to base it on a real story like that, if they just did that.
the lady who alerts the police that,
Yeah.
hey, this guy I think is a murderer.
Yeah.
You know, and everyone is like, whatever.
Yeah,
we
whatever.
We got this dating show to do.
Doesn't
Get out
matter.
of here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's pretty screwed up. And it was interesting from that level, but
did you check out the last link I put in Discord?
Into
the Japanese town thing. That thing
I don't have
weird.
Oh no.
There is.
Oh yeah,
Look
there we
at
go.
the Discord.
It didn't get a picture.
I know.
Oh, the puppets. Oh, that's
like
creepy.
This is absolutely a horror movie.
Yeah, it is.
He wants you too, Malachi.
I'll put it in. It's in going to the zone now.
Yeah.
So
this town is dying. There's only 60 residents in it.
And no one wants to move there for some baffling reason.
Yeah, and no one. So their plan is, well, there's a lot of old people and they're getting lonely. We don't want that. So what if we just put these terrible, horrific looking puppets everywhere in town?
Are they like paper mache?
I think there are all kinds of medium and material.
Oh, whatever
the
available.
worst possible choices.
Yeah, but whatever's left.
The most horrifying,
their version of Goodwill, whatever they have there. You know?
Oh my God.
All I'm gonna say is these used to be alive.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's a different movie entirely.
Mm-hmm.
I saw another horror movie called Cuckoo. And this is just a straight up horror movie. But it's a good one.
I'm pretty sure Rob found us the horror movie of the day.
Well, I'm saying this
that
kind
isn't
of
even a real bike. This is like Gilligan's Island style.
Oh my God.
Made of coconuts. Yeah.
The little boy. Oh, it's sad.
And you come back the next day and he's moved like 5 feet.
Yeah.
So it's like Blink.
Well, this one, the wood or whatever this is in the cart, that's to burn the child.
Oh,
it is.
no.
And she's showing her, letting her know.
You got to be taught.
This is the one.
And I gotta say, I don't think they're maintaining.
No, they're eroding.
This one almost looks like ET over here.
So I'm not. I looked at all these and I thought, what one of these did they think is bringing joy to those people? You know,
no good.
So they have this picture. I'm pretty sure it's another puppet, but who knows?
Yeah, that could just be one of the 60 residents.
If you stay long enough, the puppets take over.
He's just lost so much hope that that's all he does now.
He's turned into a puppet. I mean, he could be a puppet. You know, we just see gloves and a shirt. We don't see what's beyond the mask.
The proportions are a little weird.
Behind their eyes.
All right, guys, field trip.
So what a lovely town to visit.
Yeah, totally put that on your list of your bucket list of horrible towns to never visit.
It's a long list. That's not true.
Yeah, I've been doing some driving and listening to Ignition, the book about rocket fuels.
Oh.
That came out I want to say in the 70s, you know, but they recently like audiobooked it and, you know, and slapped a blurb from Elon Musk on it. So,
great.
Whatever. But no, it's a great book. It's the funniest book that is almost completely, you know, evolution of chemical equations based. It's really good though.
You know how to party.
Oh boy, these rocket fuel people, they're like, yeah, it would have been great except for when he blew his hand off. You know, it's like, oh my God, you know.
It just happens.
Yeah, there's one part where he's like, you know, I try to sometimes describe the smell of these things, but this one defies the English language. How rank it was. Yeah, so it's really a wonderful book, though. I can totally recommend it.
Ignition.
Right? Yeah, it's wonderful. What else? The finale of Only Murders in the Building is tonight.
Oh, is it? I still haven't started. I'm kind of glad I waited because now I can just kind of watch it over a week.
I'll just remind you, this is Only Murders in the Building right here.
That's what it looks like, yeah. Selena Gomez.
No, that one. That one is Only Murders in the Building.
No, that's Steve Martin right there. He's
yeah. So this is Steve Martin and Martin Short and Selena Gomez.
It's a cast photo.
Photo.
Martin
From
Short,
the rap party.
Martin Short did not age well.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
No, but those makeup people are amazing.
Yeah. On the show, they look human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, they just look like weird plaster monsters.
I admit this season's a little too Hollywood for me. But,
oh yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
They
kind of got
wanting to channel the filthy critic,
They kind of got big. Like that show got really popular.
It's too bad,
Yeah. Is Paul Rudd on it again?
Yeah, he is always on it.
He wasn't in season 1.
No.
I liked his character in season 3. I thought he was fun. He was a good guy.
He's back as the stunt double for his character in season 3.
Really? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good way to do that. I like it. I'm in.
I've heard that about you.
Yep. Do we have anything else we want to get off of our chests before we go about our busy days?
Not really. No.
No.
Fair enough. Then let us bid farewell to Rob Roseboom.
Goodbye.
Chris DeBona.
See ya.
And that was episode 864 of Geeks in Space. I was Rob Commander Taco Maldo. We'll see you some other time. Bye-bye.